Alright, welcome to another inDesign beginner to advanced course. In this lesson, we want to learn how to create a business card. Now let's get started. So we want to create a new document. Now we want to make it custom, so we want the width to be 3.5 inches. And then we want the height to be 2.5 inches. Okay, now we want the margins to be 0.5 inches as it is over here. And then landscape as usual. You want to turn off facing pages. Then make the number of pages 2. Now let's add some blade, 0.125 inches on all sides, and let's hit OK. Now we are up to task. I want to add some colors, so I'll come here. Okay, let me go into my swatches, and then new color swatch. I want to make here 81, 70, and then 58. Then I'll make here 70. Also, I want to add another one. Or I want it to be like more of a darker yellow. So let me work with this one. Then it's okay for me, so I hit OK. Now I have two colors, as you see. So it will be front and back. That's why we have created two for it, which is two pages. That's why I've created 2 pages for it. So front and back. And most of the times people like have their own way of seeing whether the company name and tag comes or slogan comes the first, and where the information about the contact info comes is second. So it depends on you that are creating the mastercard, or you the holder, how you want it to be. So now let's go ahead and let's create our business card. So I want to bring in rectangular tool, then something like this. I want to make the color black, but I want it for the fill and not the stroke. And then the stroke, let's make the stroke now. That is okay like this. And let's go back to the fill, and then let's lower the opacity or the tint. 10% is okay for me. That's what we're getting so far. Let's go ahead and work on it. Now I want to take my rectangular tool, do something like this. I'll pick it and make sure that I want the fill to be this color, and then I want to have a stroke of 9, and I'm trying to bring it somewhere here to the middle. Okay, there we go. Please follow attentively, and I don't want this to be long. Okay, so we just have to be fast and then pay attention to what we are doing. Let's go ahead and add some text. So first of all, let me duplicate this and create my I want to create the shapes that I'll be using before. So if I'm bringing in my text, then I know that I'm finished with shapes. Then I'm just bringing in the others. Okay, so this is okay for me. Then let's duplicate this, then let's change the color to this. So there we go. Then let's do one more thing by duplicating it once more, and let's leave it. Okay, you have your layers. Make sure to create your layers, because when you are selling it as a what you call as a template, you need to create these layers. Okay, one for the background, another for the text. So if you're going to be using an image, you also have to create a layer for the image. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so with this we are not done. We need to make some few changes to it, and then you can see now we are done. So let's go ahead and then, if you don't take it, be selecting this thing. So let's lock it. Okay, check the alignment. Now let's go to Adobe Illustrator over here. Now we want to bring in this, then edit, paste. Okay, so hold Ctrl and Shift. I've told you that the reason why we bring it in from Adobe Illustrator is that we just want to make sure that we can change the color after we've placed it in, because we have to change the color. Okay, just have to change the color. Now let's make sure change the color to this. Also, one may also decide to add a stroke of this and then remove the fill. So it depends on how you want it to be. I hope you get me. We decide to do it this way, and it's okay for, if it's okay for you, you can just leave it that way. Now let's go ahead and bring in some text. Let's still drop in our contact info before we bring in our text. So let's bring in this for our website. Date, copy. Now let's go back into inDesign. So it gives us a very tough work if it comes this way. So we are designing the front and back, and we haven't even finished with it. And then edit, copy, go back into inDesign, edit, paste, Control Shift, and then let's minimize it. Let's change the color. Let's change it to paper. Okay, so we are getting somewhere. Now let's add our location. Let's go to edit and copy. I will of course leave these things in your exercise files for you to also use them. And this one is a vector graphics, so if you scale it, it doesn't give you a problem, or you don't lose the quality. Okay, but when you decide to use PNG and it's not a vector, you may be losing the quality. So it's best for you to do it this way in order for you to still have the kind of quality that you need whilst working with InDesign. Now make sure you adjust it. Make sure to, one of my problem is anytime I'm working with it, I release the mouse, I release the click, I release the shift and the control before I release the click. Okay, so it always gives me problem. Always gives me problem with the adjustments. Okay, now let's go ahead and add our words. So let's take a type 2, then here you need to bring your name. So needs to be regular, so you can add some tracking to it. And then I select it, Enter A, and then maybe your position, maybe teacher. Choose regular italic. Now let me select it. Now let me take my stroke, hold shift, then do something like this. So let's make the color this one. So anywhere your name reaches is where you're supposed to let the stroke reach. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like the same anywhere the stroke reaches. Anywhere your name reaches, that's where the stroke has to reach. I hope you get me. So if for instance the name reaches somewhere here, I have to make sure that I then drag it to this place. Okay. So now you also have the chance of adding your things like your contact info. Okay. You can come here and then use Mirrored Pro. 16 point for Mirrored Pro regular, and then depending on your contact info, okay, any number that you have. You can, as usual, okay, let's hold out and bring it here, and then Control A, the main. Okay, now let's alt and then duplicate it once more to this place. Let's select it, and then need your address. Then you can give any address. Okay, okay, there we go. Now you have to bring the company logo. Okay, so let's go ahead and then add our QR code. It's somehow aligned to the QR code. Okay, so let's send it upwards. Make sure you check the distribution and other things. Now I think this is okay, so let's go ahead and then work on the back. Okay, as for the back, we won't keep that long over there. Rectangle too. Then we want to make a strip of 9. Then we want to make the fill this one. Then let's pick it again. And there we go. So you can add your okay, so you align it this way, and then you're good to go. So this is how to design what do you call a business card. Okay, yeah, we have various ways of designing it, and this is just a simple way. We have some ways that are very tricky, but this is just a simple way. I didn't want to go to that way and then use this simple way of designing a business card. Thank you.